So here in this video, I want to show you how we feed the black soldier fly larvae, because we need to check on them like this to know if they are due for feeding, or maybe we just need to add a little substrate with more of water to their ponds. Here, this substrate they are inside is already dried, and so at this point we have seen that the substrate is dried, so we are adding more of this watery substrate so that they can continue feeding. Now the reason is we can even start using them to at this stage to feed to our livestock, but this entire ones we have a lot of mentees, so we are raising all of these ones to give to them as parent stock, so that those who want to start a colony for themselves, they can now use this one to start a colony for themselves. The method of feeding here, we feed them very well, because it is at this stage they need to eat. Once they get to the fly stage, once this larva get to the prepupa stage and become flies, they will no longer be feeding, they only survive on water. So it is at this point we get to feed them very well, give them enough feed so that they can eat and perform better at the fly stage. So it is important that when you go into larva production, you have enough time. Okay, look at this one now. This one, the substrate is dried, so we need to add water to this pond as well. So we check them by each pond, we check every pond to know if the substrate is dried, and then we add watery substrate to it. Remember, it is not at all points you need to add this watery substrate. It is when you see that they are still looking very fresh yet their substrate is dry, that's when you add them substrate. Shortly after feeding them with this watery substrate, this is what their ponds look like, right? Most of them here, they have already come up on top of the substrate to begin to feed on the substrate we are giving to them. Black soldier fly larvae production is not rocket science. So long you have ponds, you can get to produce this maggot in a commercial quantity, which is why Benpet Organic Farm is ready to teach farmers how they too can start to produce these maggots for their fish, their pigs, and their birds. You can begin to produce this maggot today. So long you have space like this, you can create ponds like this, then you need waste to be producing this maggot. With waste, you can consistently be producing this maggot every day to feed to your livestock. It is not rocket science, it is just logical. We'll guide you through every step-by-step process to how you too can begin to produce this maggot. For our premium setup package, we are sending our expert to your location to set up a production facility for you and train you on how you too can be producing this maggot. While we have a small scale farmers package for those who want to start on a small scale. So get started with BSF maggot production. Benpet Organic Farm remains your #1 plug all across Africa when it comes to setting up commercial black soldier fly larvae production facility for farmers.